Hello, everyone, and welcome to Evolve Yourself TV. I'm Agni James, and tonight we'll be doing guided meditation, maybe some talk about Valentine's Day, maybe some talk about life and the universe. That's what we do here at Evolve Yourself TV. How's everyone doing tonight? How's everyone doing? I had a pretty casual day today. I had a dentist appointment today, which is always fun, right? Who loves going to the dentist, especially on Valentine's Day? Um, it was a good thing. Hey, Seal XXX47, how's it going? Good to see you. First time in the chat. Welcome. We typically do some chat beforehand, and then we do a meditation. Sometimes we do philosophy talk as well. I have a master's degree in philosophy, and then sometimes we talk chess too. I'm a big chess player. Actually, I'm a chess instructor. So, any questions you have, feel free to ask. So yeah, so far so good today. Yeah, I went to the dentist, and they were gentle with me. It's always kind of unnerving to go to the dentist, right? You get in there, and you never know what to expect. Sometimes everything goes real smooth, and then sometimes you get in there and you get like the intern that doesn't know what they're doing, and they're just jabbing your gum lines, right? But I didn't have that experience today. I actually had a dental hygienist who really knew her craft well, and I also had I saw my regular dentist who's pretty cool. Nothing big. It was just a cleaning today. They say what you're supposed to go in every 6 months and get your teeth cleaned. So I guess I do that. I also like the feeling. You go in there, you get like that nice, clean, fresh mouth afterwards. It's always a good time. But yeah, so I did the dentist thing, then taught some chess, right? That's my job. I have to go to work, right? Or else you end up homeless in the street and you starve to death. And then yeah, I just went to yoga then after that in the evening. I did a Bikram yoga class. It was pretty good actually. I took it easy in there today, which is something that I have a hard time doing. Most people have a difficult time, actually going to the workout and or doing enough of the workout. I have my issue lies in doing too much of the workout and working out too much. It's always a problem for me. So I was able to like not do as much today and still like feel okay about it. Let's see, Clex, you say there's one thing you don't want to hear that from the dentist, the word oops and a cracking sound. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that would be like the worst thing ever. Um, I would not be happy if I was at the dentist and that went down. That would be an issue. That would definitely be an issue. Um, yeah, my ex girlfriend once went to a new dentist, and it was some lady from some Eastern European country. She had just come over, and she was drilling in her mouth, and she got a call on her cell phone, and she was literally talking on the phone on her cell phone with one hand and drilling in my girlfriend's mouth with the other hand. Like, how crazy is that? It's like, talk about like unprofessional. Can you imagine like having your dentist just like drilling with one hand and like, having their attention divided in a heated phone call while they're like, speaking in some Eastern European language and like screaming into the phone. I mean, I've never had that, but so I guess I've lucked out in the world. Hey, JT Farms is here. How's it going, JT? So good to see you. JT Farms is my channel shaman. She also keeps the energy in the chat good. Good to see you, JT. How's your day going? How's everything going with you? How are the animals? How's the husband? How's existence? How are the fish doing? What's new in your world? You always have like a lot of animal action going on in your abode. I love it. But yeah, happy Heart Day. It's Valentine's Day. I don't know. People get really mushy today. I threw it in the channel, or in the chat because I wanted to see if how people would react if it was in the title line. But yeah, I don't know. Do you all get mushy on Valentine's Day? I've never really been one to get mushy on Valentine's Day. I'm trying to fix something real quick. Let me see if I can do it. Let's see. Huh? Oh, I see now. No, that's not the right one. It's not the right one. I'm working on getting something. I updated OBS Studio today, and like I'm having an issue with. No, I don't want that one. I'm having an issue with the docks that are out here right now. So let's see if I can get the right dock. Maybe this one. No, that's not right. All right, we're gonna close them. All right, whatever. It's fine. You know, life will go on. We'll survive. We'll survive. I don't need to. I don't need to do this. You say I'm getting shit organized. That's all, huh? Yeah. You know, I mean, that's kind of a good day though, right? Sometimes we just got to get things organized in our worlds, right? If we don't get things organized, I mean, what happens, right? Everything falls apart. I've been trying to instill this value in the people that in my friends and family throughout the years. You know how important organization is. Organization is key. It's like, you know, it's like if you're trying to do, you know, math, right? You're trying to do math and you're sloppy and you're disorganized. You know, you're gonna make mistakes. You know, you're gonna fuck up a decimal place, you know, somewhere along the line. You know, you're gonna things are just gonna get messy. You gotta be organized in order to live a good life. You know, you have a good foundation that's full of order, and then, you know, everything on top of that is always better. JT, you say nope, no mushiness. If it says good morning to me, that is a heart win. Yeah, right. You know, if sometimes that's it, right? Sometimes if we just get someone to acknowledge our presence, right? Just to be like, hey, you know, I appreciate you. You know, you exist in this world, right? And I appreciate your company, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're alive, right? Sometimes that's just enough. You get that, and then you kind of feel like, hey, you know, I have some kind of connection in this world. I feel good, right? That's kind of how that goes. Celix, 47, you say, question, if you're chess instructor, have you played other related chess games like Show Your Checkers, the Viking board game? If so, what do you think of those? Okay, that's interesting. I played checkers. I played checkers plenty of times. I like checkers. I'm just, it's not my game though, you know, like I've been playing chess so long that like that is my game. That's the game that I've been able to go into with the greatest amount of depth. There are some, you know, women and men out there that can go into checkers at such a high level. I've just never done that, you know. I decided to spend my time on chess, but any strategy games, I love. I appreciate anything that has any kind of strategy in it. So yeah, shogi and checkers, the Viking board game. I mean, yeah, absolutely. You know, I play tabletop games. And you know, most of them have a good amount of strategy in it. Like there's one that I like. It's a deck builder called Dominion, right? I play that quite frequently. There's a newer game, not a newer game, but a game I recently got. It's called Raiders of the North, and that's another awesome tabletop game. And those games have a lot of strategy in them, you know. And I'm all about those games. Any game that has strategy. I mean, chess. I kind of view chess as like one of the most foundational strategy games. And then a lot of the strategy from chess can be used in any other strategy game that you play throughout the years. So I feel like it helps on many levels. All right, I want to see if I can get this correct doc up. That should be here, but it's not. I'm gonna try it one more time. That's not it. I just don't know where it's hiding. Somewhere hiding in the. Let's see. Stats. No. Give me one more second, and then I'm just gonna give up on it. All right, forget it. That's enough. You know what? I'm not gonna waste your time trying to get this other doc up. You know, it's not really a huge deal at the end of the day if I get it up or not. You know, this doc. I'll just leave it off. It's Valentine's Day, right? I don't need to you know, have that up on my screen anyway. All right, so let's see. You say Clex, you say. Oh, and for me, Valentine's Day, yeah, sadly, you don't believe in love. I mean, you know, there are times where I don't believe in love too. So I understand that, you know. I get that feeling. There's some days where I don't believe in anything though. Some days I go all in on nihilism. And then other days, you know, I just believe in some things, and some days, yeah, if I'm feeling down, I don't believe in love, or if I haven't felt love in a while, sometimes I won't, you know, I definitely won't, I won't hold that belief that there is love. But, you know, in meditate, I mean, there's different kinds of love, and this is kind of neat. The ancient Greeks had, I believe, 7 different words for love. Like one was for like familial love, you know, love of the family. One was for like love of the unconditional divine, like, you know, love of God or love of the universe, right? One was for like, you know, friend, you know, loving a friend, right? They had another word for that. They had a word for romantic love, right? So they had words to describe all these different types of love. So I mean, I'm pretty hard pressed. Usually, I'll say that at least some of those types of love, you know, exist, right? But yeah, there are days where it just, you know, especially Valentine's Day, where it just doesn't feel like it. You know, it's like, okay, I'm in this 24-degree Fahrenheit, environment. Everything's frozen. We got a pandemic going on. Like, where is all that love, right? but then there's days where it's like, you know what? You feel it. You feel that love. You feel it, whether it's in love, whether it's love for the universe, or love for the divine, or love for your family or your friends, or romantic love. Whatever type of love it is. Some days you feel it, some days you don't. That's just kind of how it goes. It's like part of the human condition, part of being alive on this planet. We have to accept the fact that there's going to be times where we don't feel the divine presence, and we don't feel that beautiful, perfect love within us. And then there's times where we do. And I guess the name of the game is trying to increase the frequency with which you feel that love and kindness and perfection. Let's see. Uh, JT Farms, you say every day is heart day for you. Oh, okay, nice, nice, good. I'm glad that you're able to feel that and experience that. That's important, right? I mean, it's really important. Why are we here as human beings? We're here to, at least as far as I'm concerned, we're here to help people. We're here to help ourselves improve. We want to improve, right? We want to evolve. We want to grow. We want to help other people around us grow and improve. And one of the ways to do that is by spreading kindness and spreading love to other people, right? And if we can do that, I feel like we're rocking as human beings. I feel like we're totally succeeding as human beings. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion, though. I could be like completely wrong about the whole thing. um, but anyways, yeah, I don't want to talk too much today. I kind of want to just hop into the meditation pretty soon. You say you fight hard to have and receive love. You will keep fighting. We are worth love. Yeah, you know, and that's kind of what I want to say, and that's kind of it's usually what I believe, right? That is absolutely usually what I believe. But there's times where because of circumstances, or just biochemistry, neurochemistry or whatnot, there's times where I can't feel that. You can't feel that love. But you know what? Fuck it. There's plenty of times where we do. It can't rain all the time. There's going to be times where we feel love and we feel one with the divine, and then there's going to be times where we don't. That's just the name of the game. It's how it goes. All right. Well, anyways, let's start some meditation, because that's why we're here. We get this meditation, and then you've done something to improve yourself for the day. You've done something to better yourself, to give yourself more peace and calm, and you've worked out those spiritual muscles such that in the future, when you're stressed or anxious, you'll be able to bring yourself in and center yourself more easily. So let's do this, right? I always come out really intense, and strong, and we always do this, this chat, and it's always high energy, and then we slow things down. And we come to the place within where we are one. Find a comfortable seated position. You can sit on the floor in lotus pose. You can sit cross-legged. Or you can sit in a chair. The main thing is to find a seated position that is comfortable for you. And then gently close your eyes and take a few deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. I have a Buddhist chant that I play that has a chime that goes off every 2 seconds, and you can use it to help regulate your breath count. So take a few more slow, deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. gently raising your belly. Exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in through your nose, gently raising your abdomen. Breathe out through your mouth, gently lowering your abdomen. Focus on your breath. Inhale, gently raising your belly. Exhale, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in, gently raising your abdomen. Breathe out, gently lowering your abdomen. Keep your awareness on your breath count. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. The breath calms the body, and the body calms the mind. Be mindful of your breath count. Visualize yourself sitting on a mountaintop. Watching the clouds float through the sky beneath you. Two clouds merge into one. And one cloud divides into two. The clouds move through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. Those clouds are like your thoughts. Thoughts come into being, exist for a while in conscious awareness before disappearing from your mind. That is the nature of human thought. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefits. Keep your awareness on your breath count. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. And return your focus to your breath count. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Focus on your breath. Your essence is love. Your love is manifested as light. Your purpose is to shine your light on others. Awakening the inner light within them. And they will shine their light on all whom they encounter. Until all of humanity is glowing radiantly as one once again. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eye vision. Keep your focus on your breath count. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds moving through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. And return your awareness to your breath count. On your next breath, travel down beneath the level of conscious awareness. Go to the region of your heart chakra. Feel the love that emanates from that location. Feel the warmth that surrounds that love. Go deep into that place of perfect monism. The place where opposites are not allowed. The place where separation and division cannot enter. For what is one cannot be two. Inhale, going deeper into that love. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in, going further down into that perfect oneness. Breathe out, releasing all ego which would obscure your third eyesight. Focus on your breath. As thoughts arise in your mind, do not judge them. Simply visualize them as clouds floating through the sky. You observe these clouds moving through your field of vision. Before they disappear over the horizon. Return your awareness to your breath. On your next breath, travel down further still. Going beneath the level of conscious awareness. Travel down to your center point. Following perfect stillness as your guide. Feel the love that emanates from your center. Feel the perfect peace that exists at your core. Experience the perfect oneness at your center point. And give yourself permission to just be. Here, at your center point, expectations cannot enter. your center, attachments do not exist. Dualistic thinking cannot permeate your core. For what is eternally one can never be two. Focus on your center point. And when you're ready, go on through. I'll see you on the other side. Here, at your center point, you remember your true identity. At your center, you remember how you came to be. Here, at your center point, you remember your divine essence. And at your center, your divine purpose becomes apparent. You are eternal. Your essence is love. You are perfect. Your essence is immutable. Being love, you flow forever from the source of all creation. And love is the only thing that exists. Nothing can impede the flow of your love. Because all else is illusion. Inhale, giving yourself permission to experience your perfect peace. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from your body. Breathe in, allowing yourself to feel perfect oneness. Breathe out, releasing any residual ego from your mind. Inhale, visualize yourself filling with love and light. Exhale, releasing all fear and worry from your being. Breathe in, smiling in gratitude for the work you've done tonight. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from your mind. Gently open your eyes, returning to the present moment. Bringing with you the peace from this meditation throughout the remainder of your day. Namaste. Thank you all so much for sharing this sacred space with me. I am honored and humbled, as always, to be here as your meditation guide. I hope you all got something out of this meditation. Whether it's a little more peace in your life, a little more love in your life, or a little more focus. And most importantly, happy Valentine's Day. I love you all unconditionally. Thank you so much. All right, how was that for everyone? I know I feel more peaceful than I did prior to the meditation. So thank you all so much for sharing this experience with me. That was a 37-minute meditation, and it was good. It was good. It's necessary. You know, the rate of the world is so sped up that we need to remember to slow down every now and then and feel that perfect oneness within. Feel that love. So thank you so much. Hey, Victor Soar, you're here. So good to see you, brother. How are you doing, friend? I hope you're well. I hope you're doing well, brother. And Chad guy, hey, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Hello. And Roko Hemda, known that guy since I was 5 years old, and he's still hanging out with me, man. Good to see you, brother. Welcome, man. Welcome. A Seal XXX47, you feel weird. Yeah, sometimes after these meditations, we feel, I call it zenned out. You feel that perfect oneness within. You connect to something powerful within. And sometimes we feel a little weird. Maybe it's lightheaded, maybe it's really relaxed and peaceful. It's a different kind of feeling, though. It goes against everything that we experience in the dualistic framework in the world. It's a different kind of feeling. It's going within. Um, JT Farms is here. Hello, JT Farms. I'm glad you enjoyed that meditation as well. I'm glad you experienced something out of it and got to feel that. It's always a pleasure having you here with me. Thank you. And Christine the Bean showed up too. We got the whole crew cycling through tonight. This is wonderful. Hello, Christine the Bean. I hope you're well. I hope all is well with you. Um, how are your nephews doing? How's everything going with you? I always feel zenned out after these meditations. I'm always feeling pretty good. This is the kind of work we need to do in our lives. It's the kind of work that makes us really remember who we truly are. We walk around in the world, we lose sight of who we are, and we do things that are ego based, but it's important to go inside and really experience within our true natures. And that's something that we have access to at any time by just quieting our minds and sitting still. And sometimes we need a reminder to do that. Christine, you say the family is well. Beautiful. Well, I'm happy that your family is well. I'm happy that everything is good. Okay, I think that's about it for today. Now it's always a time where we raid someone. If you're new and if you want to support the channel, drop a follow, or else subscriptions are welcome, much appreciated. Or if you just want to be here and chat and just hang out, it's great to see you. Hey, look who just popped in, Kittens Kung Fu. Wow, all right. Kittens always comes in bursting with energy. Good to see you, friend. Good to see you, man. Kittens Kung Fu is a premier streamer on Twitch in the fitness and health community. Super awesome dude. He's proficient at martial arts, at qigong, at energy work. The guy he knows his stuff. He's a personal trainer. He streams on Twitch. Definitely check him out. Drop him a follow whenever you get the chance. He's my Chi-Town brother, and he's got a pretty damn cute cat. Let me tell you that. Yeah, she's a good cat. So definitely check out Kittens Kung Fu sometime. How are you doing, Kittens? How's everything going on in your world, man? Yeah, happy Valentine's Day, Kittens. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there. I hope you all had a day filled with love and light, whether it be love from another person or love from the universe, from the unconditional source of all creation. Wherever it is, we gotta look for that love. We gotta find that. Sometimes it's elusive. Sometimes we can't feel it. I found that the more I get wrapped up in ego dynamics, the less I'm able to feel love, and the fewer attachments I have, and the less just attached to things in the external world I am, the more love enters my existence. So that might be a key to it. Let's see, Kittens, you say I got home from work and relaxing. Nice. All right. Good deal, man. Good deal. And Mia loves you all meowy much. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Well, that's good, man. That is good. All right. All right. I guess we're going to raid someone. Time to do the old raid. Time to spread the love around. Spread that love around. Let me see who's out there. Who's out in the world today. We got a bunch. We got a bunch of people who are out there. Wow. All right. Bunch of people. Huh. Who are we gonna raid today? Who are we gonna raid today? Should we raid a musician? I like supporting artists and musicians. I also like supporting people in the fitness and health community. Yeah, who are we gonna raid today? Maybe we should raid Mary Amber. She always cracks me up. She's always got something funny going on. She's a talented musician who donates much of her proceeds to mental health awareness. Super kind, a funny person, and she's a pro ping pong player from Australia. And just a super funny, good, talented musician. Kittens, you say Parmenides is our friend. Yeah, Parmenides is. You know, I had to have a serious conversation with her earlier. She was chatting up a storm, and I was like, I was like, come on, I gotta go on stream. Parmenides, like, relax a little bit, And she was just chatting up a storm, and finally we had a heart to heart, and we made a deal. The deal was that I would play with her later for a long period of time if she would just keep the decibels down for the course of my stream. And so far she's abided by the terms of our contract. So I gotta respect that. I value obligations and keeping one's word very highly. If someone keeps one's word, I think that's a super important thing to do. So my cat is keeping her word. She's keeping her end of the bargain. So I'm going to keep mine, right? That's how what societies are based on, right? Parmenides is so brilliant, it's perplexing. Oh man, a kid, you say that sounds like a fair deal. She's holding up her end of the bargain. Yeah, she is a kitty of integrity. Absolutely, integrity is so important to me. And just with the people I associate with, I like to hang out with people who have high levels of integrity, right? It's just honor and integrity, right? Those things are just they're just really high up there for me on the virtue chain, Um, yeah, I don't know why. It's just it's genetic, maybe it's just societal conditioning, but I value those things very deeply. Uh, that's what you call an honored social contract. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. If she holds up her end of the bargain, I'm gonna hold up mine. I'm not gonna ever, I'm not gonna not do what I say I'm gonna do. Especially if she's gonna be a good cat and hold up her end of the bargain. All right, let's raid Mary Amber before I go off the deep end here. Send her a lot of love your way. She's a lot of fun, super fun, kind, uh, awesome musician in person. So we're gonna give her a raid. And thank you all so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing the sacred space with me. I love you all unconditionally. Namaste to all of you.